Let's be real. Asia's infrastructure is decades ahead, way ahead than the West, who are still scrambling around just to fix their potholes. While American cities are falling apart and European trains are stuck in the last century, Asia is quietly running laps around them with bullet trains, megacities, and superports that operate like clockwork. Just look at China's high-speed rail network. In less than 15 years, China built nearly 47,000 kilometers of high-speed rail, the largest in the world, connecting virtually every major city at speeds up to 350 kilometers per h. To put it in perspective, the US has a grand total of one so-called high-speed line, the Amtrak Acela, which barely hits 240 kilometers per h and still manages to be late. China's network isn't just bigger, it's profitable. The Beijing-Shanghai line alone carried over 210 million passengers and made nearly $1.8 billion in profit in 2019. And by 2025, China plans to expand its high-speed network to over 50,000 kilometers. The West can't even comprehend that scale. Please take a moment to like the video and subscribe for more content. Japan, the pioneer of high-speed rail, still maintains the most precise and reliable system on Earth. The Shinkansen has an average delay of just 1.6 minutes per train, and in some years, delays are measured in seconds. Since its launch in 1964, the system has had 0 fatalities. That's what happens when infrastructure is treated as national pride, not an afterthought. Meanwhile, in the US, the rails break in summer heat, trains derail from outdated systems, and politicians argue about whether infrastructure is woke. Now look at Asia's dominance in global trade infrastructure. The top 5 busiest container ports in the world are all in Asia: Shanghai, Singapore, Ningbo, Zhoushan, Shenzhen, and Guangzhou. Shanghai alone handles nearly 50 million TEUs annually. The Port of Los Angeles, by comparison, does under 10 million. Singapore's port runs on AI, is nearly fully automated, and connects to 600 ports worldwide. In America, ships sometimes wait weeks to unload because the infrastructure is so outdated. Asia's ports are global machines. The West's are logistical disasters held together by duct tape and lobbying. Even India is now flexing. It's completing mega projects like the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, 1,350 kilometers, 8-lane, access-controlled, a national web of 35 logistics parks, and nearly 19,000 kilometers of new roads built under Bharatmala. India's bullet train project between Mumbai and Ahmedabad has already finished 300 kilometers of viaducts, with trains set to hit 320 kilometers per hour. And India isn't just building highways, it's revolutionizing rural infrastructure too, with 55,000 kilometers of roads, thousands of electrification projects, and an expanding Vande Bharat high-speed rail network. While the West debates repairs, India is reshaping an entire subcontinent. Now enter the skies. Beijing Daxing International Airport, the world's largest single-terminal building, was completed in 5 years and handles 100 million passengers a year with facial recognition boarding, AI logistics, and metro-to-gate integration. Meanwhile, America's LaGuardia only recently got its first modern terminal, and it took decades. Singapore's Changi Airport isn't even fair to compare. It's ranked the world's best for a reason, with indoor waterfalls, gardens, robot cleaners, and 0 wait times. Urban design, Asia dominates again. Chinese cities like Chengdu and Shenzhen are designed with public parks every few kilometers, grid-like street layouts, underground delivery tunnels, and dedicated bike highways. Singapore uses AI-driven models to design neighborhoods that balance population, traffic, and drainage, minimizing congestion and flood risk. Compare that to the car-dependent, randomly zoned chaos of Los Angeles or London, cities where everything is retrofitted, inefficient, and falling apart. Asia doesn't just build, it integrates. In China, one app, WeChat, lets you pay taxes, book doctors, get government services, board subways, and even attend court hearings. India's Aadhaar system has enrolled over 1.3 billion people, linking them to bank accounts, mobile phones, health records, and welfare programs, instantly and securely. Digital public infrastructure in Asia is light years ahead. Meanwhile, in the US, you still have to call a hotline to change your address, and half the websites don't even load properly on mobile. Now let's talk mega projects. China completed the South-North Water Transfer Project, the world's largest water diversion system spanning over 1,400 kilometers, serving 100 million people, and crossing mountain ranges. India is building dedicated freight corridors to separate cargo and passenger trains across the country, slashing delivery costs by 40%. Indonesia is relocating its capital to Nusantara, a planned AI-powered green city expected to house nearly 2 million people. These are not pipe dreams. They're under construction right now. And don't ignore logistics integration. China-Europe freight rail connects 80-plus Chinese cities to 23 European countries, cutting shipping time by 50%. Inside China, multimodal logistics hubs combine rail, road, air, and sea, with drones, AI inventory, and automated customs clearance. Compare that to the West's fractured logistics, where trains still need manual switches and highways buckle in the sun. Even digital payments expose the West's decay. China is 80% cashless. You can't even pay with paper in some places. Everything is QR codes via WeChat Pay or Alipay. India's UPI system processed over 12 billion transactions in May 2025 alone, with near zero fees. These aren't gimmicks. This is national-level infrastructure. In the US, banks still charge for transfers, and small stores still prefer cash because card machines are too expensive. Asia even leads in telecom and connectivity. South Korea, Japan, and China have near complete 5G coverage with consistent gigabit speeds. India has public Wi-Fi in 6,100-plus train stations, and Seoul has free high-speed internet in buses, metros, and public squares. Meanwhile, the US boasts about 5G that often performs worse than 4G and charges $85 a month for basic plans. And then comes green infrastructure. China has built 100-plus sponge cities, urban areas that absorb and recycle rainwater to prevent floods. Singapore's Marina Barrage is a dam, a desalination plant, a park, and a flood barrier all rolled into one. Japan's earthquake-proof buildings, Taiwan's typhoon-adapted bridges, and South Korea's smart energy grids make Western cities look like they're gambling with every natural disaster. And just to rub salt in the wound, Asia is now exporting this infrastructure. China's Belt and Road Initiative has built 13,000-plus global projects, including railways, ports, airports, bridges, and smart cities across Africa, the Middle East, Latin America, and Eastern Europe. While Western powers give speeches and warnings, Asia is laying down roads and fiber optic lines. So let's get brutally honest. The West isn't falling behind, it already fell. While American politicians argue over bathroom budgets and European officials stall on environmental permits, Asia is rewriting the blueprint for how the modern world is built. Fast, connected, sustainable, and on a global scale. This isn't a competition anymore, it's a route. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more content.